Hi, it's Jessica with JZ Knits, and today I'm going to give you an overview of me attending the Dallas-Fort Worth Fiber Fest. So I just got back from attending. I went over the weekend, the last 3 days, and had such a blast supporting some small businesses, meeting up with fiber friends, and also it was a great opportunity to wear many of my most recent knit projects, and a majority of the knit projects that I wore came from vendors that were at the event. So I'll be sharing with you some pictures of my Knitfits and kind of telling you a little bit about that. I'll be giving you an overview of what I acquired. So some of this yarn back here, I'll go through and show you what I purchased and tell you a little bit about who I bought it from, and then also what I think I'm going to make with it. And I think it's going to be so fun to be able to next year show some pictures of my finished products and wearing them to the Fiber Fest next year. So I will be also kind of talking about my overall thoughts on the event. So hope it's something that interests you, and stay tuned for more information on the Dallas-Fort Worth Fiber Fest. So the DFW Fiber Fest is a 3-day yarn event. It takes place in Irving, Texas, and it has over 120 vendors this year. I've been going to it since 2017 was when I very first started attending the event, and it's where I've made a majority of my yarn and fiber purchases. But not only that, where I've made just so many great connections with friends. It's something I look forward to every year, seeing friends that I haven't seen in the last year, and being able just to wear, you know, all things that I've created for the last year. Also just, you know, have some fun and get some new ideas and new inspiration. And also, like, I feel like I've inspired some people on some of the projects that I've made, so I'll kind of share some of that information with you. So I'll first go through telling you about what I wore to the Fiber Fest, and I'll insert some pictures. So on Friday, the very first outfit that I wore was my Maggie Cardigan by Petite Knit, and I'll share with you a picture of that. And so I made that Charming Ewe yarn, and they're a vendor at the event. That was the main color, and I held it with some mohair. I used 3 skeins of the Charming Ewe yarn, made it a very special style by putting some really fancy buttons, although the buttons are something that I picked up from Michael's. And it's something that, you know, I really feel like I can, the way that I've worn it so far, finished it maybe about a month and a half ago, and I've worn it so many times. I'm able to kind of style it with jeans, throw it on over a skirt or a dress. Like, it's so versatile, and because it has so many colors, like the pinks, the, you know, pastel colors, all of that, I feel like it goes so easily with so much. So I enjoyed wearing that the first day, and styled it with some white Tecovas boots and jean shorts, and that was a really fun outfit. So the second fit that I wore was designed by my friend Kate, or one of a Kate Hammitt, and it was called the Summer Vacation Top. And she called for that to be made in Lion brand 24/7 cotton, one for myself in that white color, and I've also made one for my mom. So had some fun with Kate, took some pictures with her in my summer vacation top, so that was pretty fun. The next outfit I wore, and this is all day one, I did some like outfit changes to be able to like just wear so many knit fits. Next thing I wore was my easy peasy chunky cardigan, and for that I used 3 skeins of Nordic Star silk mohair. I really loved this like purpley kind of color that I made, like a neon kind of purple that I made last year. And the pattern that I used was, I called it the Easy Peasy Chunky Cardigan, and it was designed by Katrine, Hannibal. And I held my yarn double, and I used just a little bit less than 3 skeins. So it was a fun outfit. The way I styled it also is with some jean shorts and some boots, but normally I'll throw it on over a like over a tank top and wear it with some jeans, probably similar to like how I have this outfit styled. That's probably how I wear it for the most part, but absolutely loved it. Something my daughter has worn and loved too. Those were all of my knit fits for day one. And then day two, I started out the day by wearing my Kathy cardigan. I'll share a picture of that here. That was the outfit that I received so many questions, so much attention, so much love. And I don't think it was, I think it was a combination of both the cardigan, the yarn, the color of the yarn, the design, how I styled my outfit. And so the Kathy cardigan is designed by the Crayabea, and I used DK yarn by Red Stag Fibers in the color Gilded. And the color is just so rich. It's this like mustardy yellow, almost with like a hint of green. And I'll share with you the pictures that I took at the Red Stag booth. So Josh does like wonders with, you know, dyeing yarns and picking some great colors. So I had so much fun making this project, wearing that. I styled it with a jean skirt and my like a fawny colored Tecovas boots. Like, absolutely love this outfit. Probably a little bit warm when I came in from outside for the Dallas-Fort Worth weather that was going on that day, but either way, absolutely love that outfit. It's probably my favorite. I've worn it probably 2 other times. I just recently finished that one too, probably within the last month. I've worn it to work so far, and then now that the weather is like thinking about starting to cool, I know it's something I'll be able to wear. The buttons too were from Michaels. I've had some good luck finding some fancy buttons, and that's kind of my style this year. Like, I absolutely like really think it's so worthy of your knits, like accelerating them and just adding some like elevated buttons. Spend so much time making these projects that like putting a good looking button to match the project like really does wonders. So I enjoyed that on my Kathy cardigan. The next thing that I wore is my Venice Wrap Tank. It's a product that came out, you know, several years ago, a little bit older, but I had this yarn left over after another project. I had a little bit over a skein, and I, to be honest, really wanted to wear something to wear with my red boots, and the yarn was perfect and was able to make this kind of V-neck tank top. I'll share a picture of it here. And it's something that I just have so much fun wearing, you know, kind of sassy, something that it's just so fun to wear. I love how it looks with the red boots, styled it, you know, with the jean skirt and the boots. And I purchased that yarn from U2 Yarn. And it was their show colorway this spring. I think it was like Nashville Red. I think it was after their Nashville show. I got it at the East Texas Fiber Fest, but they were also at DFW Fiber Fest. Absolutely, like it's just the perfect red, and I'm so glad that I was able to wear that project there. So that kind of wrapped up my day two. And the next day on Sunday was my third day, and I just wore one outfit there. I didn't do an outfit change, but I wore my Vanilla tank by Sari Nordland in the Ulyss yarn. And so I'll share a picture of that knit outfit too. That wasn't a yarn that I purchased from any of the Fiberfest vendors, but I did get that from a local yarn shop, McKinney Knittery, and that was really fun to wear. So next I will shift over to tell you about some of my yarn acquisitions and what I purchased and kind of what I'm thinking about making with it. So the very first item, so very similar to that purple yarn that I bought, this is so this was the inspiration. So this yarn is the lace weight super kid mohair in the color, wait for it, it's called Ron Burgundy, which I think is just hilarious. It's this gorgeous burgundy yarn, and what I plan to do is I also got some of their EK weight yarn in the same colorway, and what I'll be making is the Cleo blouse by Irene Lynn. I'll insert a picture of it too, and what I plan to hold this single, and it will be give me just like a sheer look, and then the DK will be a little bit solid on kind of all of the finishing. So this may be one of the first ones that I start with. I'm super excited about it, and I think this will be like a very lovely fall color, so cannot wait to get started with that. The second thing that I purchased that I had to grab right away, more yarn. And see, are you noticing like more yarn from another company that I bought from last year? But this boucle, I've never knit with boucle, and I'm actually excited to do it. This is boucle DK from Charming Ewe. Maureen does such a great job with color, the way she dyes. She had a sample there. It was the Milk Top by La Poule. And I plan to make the same thing. Her sample was a little bit of a different color, but it was the same yarn. But I plan to kind of make a little bit more of like a cap sleeve. It was more of a vest, but I'm pretty sure I've got enough yarn to kind of make the vest and add just a little bit more of a cap sleeve. And I think it'll just be so cute to wear with jeans, kind of over a tank, and kind of have it open, and also be able to wear it with boots. Like, so I'm really excited about knitting with boucle, and the finished texture of it was so pretty. So this I will also be making, and I'm really excited about that. So the next project, I'm not sure if this is the order I'm going to do things in, but I will definitely be casting these on probably in early December. It is this mustache yarn, and it's a striped sock yarn called Mistletoe. And so I plan to make this, and I think I'm going to make the toe with like a green color. I've got lots of minis at home, but I plan to make myself a pair of Christmas socks. I think that would be so fun to make. So that's what I plan to do with that. The next thing I purchased, I was so excited. I think what is so neat too about attending a Fiber Fest is like really getting to know, meet, and chat with, and getting to know the yarn dyers. And this time it was a family, so the Lavender family from Lavender Fiber Co. were all attending the event this year. And I picked up these gorgeous colors. So 3 skeins of sock, and the different colors are called, the variegated are called Nuri, 2 skeins of Nuri, and the 1 skein of lavender. And what I'm thinking about making is another pattern by, the first one by Irene Lynn. And I think I'm gonna make the Era cardigan. And so I'll be able to kind of hold this single. It'll be kind of like a looser type of gauge, probably similar to this, and have all of the finishings like around the collar and down the button band and along the edges and the sleeves. It's going to be a short sleeve cardigan. I do tend to like short sleeve cardigans, especially. I just tend to wear them a little bit more with the weather here. So I think this will be so pretty together, and cannot wait to get this started. This will probably be a little bit more of a spring project based on the colors, but this will be a really great project that I'm excited to wear. So next thing that I purchased is, I was so excited, and everybody, this like sold out so fast, like every day. So Destination Yarn is a company that has that I've gone every year and pretty much buy their yarn every year. But this fingering weight yarn, and I mean, just look at the depth of the colors in there. This is the show colorway this year, and it is called Trism Trail. And I mean, just, it's so moody and fall, and I just like love these vibes for it. So what I'm thinking of making is the Northwoods V-neck. And what I think I'm gonna do is like hold it double for a marled look, and I'm pretty sure I've got the yarn to be able to do it. So I'll be able to like hold it double for a marled look, and then I will do the edges, the neckband, and the sleeve band, and the bottom like in this like solid kind of black color. I think it'll just play off of it really well. So that's what I'm thinking, and I think I would love to make it this fall. So we'll kind of see. That's a lot of fall kind of projects, but I think I could do it. And I'm really excited about the show colorway and being able to wear that again next year. So the next thing that I got was, the next thing I purchased was this Twisted Ambitions yarn, and this is amber color, and it's their Surrey alpaca silk lace. It's called Seriously is what the yarn is called. Or I'm going to pair this with something that I already have at home. I've purchased 5 skeins of this In View sport yarn. I've knit with this before. It's so soft. I love it. So good close to skin. It does so well. So I'm going to be able to kind of hold these together and pair it together. And what I'm thinking about making with this is a cardigan. And so I love my cardigans, but I haven't decided exactly on which cardigan pattern. But with this amount of yarn, roughly about 900 grams of yarn, once I hold like all of it double together, I know I'll be able to get a good size cardigan, and can do kind of something kind of simple and basic, but elevate it with some really nice fancy buttons. So that's what I plan to do there. And then the last yarn purchase for U2 yarn. So kind of have a theme here. I kind of like to re-shop some of the same shops that are my favorite. And this is such a gorgeous rose color. And I'm going to hold this together. So I haven't purchased the yarn for the main, but this is going to be my CC. This is going to be my contrast colorway for the rosy sweater. I really want to make the rosy sweater, but I mean, this just screams rose. So this will be the rose, the contrast color of my rosy sweater, and I will just need to purchase the main color. But what I think I'm going to do is reward myself after finishing 2 projects with some of this yarn that I purchased. So I think the first 2 projects that I will start making is first the Cleo blouse. That's a nice fall color, and then the Imbue plus the Twisted Ambitions yarn for a cardigan. So I think by doing these 2 first, that I'll reward myself by being able to get the yarn and then cast this on. And then I want to say this will then be project number 4. I can work on those at the same time. And then I've got to sneak in here the socks plus the other projects I've already got going. So I've got a lot of fall and winter knitting to do. So I think these projects will keep me busy, but I'm so excited. I feel like DFW Fiberfest was such a success. So besides being able to wear some of my Knitfits, purchase some yarn and some fun accessories too, also just the time that I get to spend with my fiber friends was so good. It's so fun to shop together, to inspire one another, to kind of give some ideas. So I've made some really great friends over the years. I'll share some pictures of some of the fun that we had, but I hope you liked this rundown of my experience attending the DFW Fiberfest, and I hope that it'll inspire some of you to attend your own local Fiberfest. And I would like to venture out and get out there to get to more Fiberfest. Like DFW Fiberfest so far has been the only, well, I've been to East Texas Fiberfest too, but I'd like to be able to get out there for more festivals and yarn events too. So if you all have a favorite kind of yarn festival, Fiberfest that you'd like to share and think that I'd be interested in attending, drop a comment and let me know. So thanks for visiting, and see you next time.